must have been really difficult for you actually personally, because you have been a real part of your all the books you've written and all your time watching China. As you personally have actually helped people understand that kind of trajectory towards democracy and openness and a lot of these values. I mean, it's been a kind of an interesting. So part of the book is actually you coming to terms with your own kind of intellectual struggle around this, I would say.
Well, I think actually, the best books are one where the writer actually gets surprised by where they find themselves going, not a sort of a destination that you predetermine. And indeed, I think in the sense that I am surprised by what I find myself learning and thinking, I think I'm very emblematic of a kind of a confusion and a very profound reluctance on the part of many Americans and Westerners to come to grips with this question. That in fact, what used to be the developed world, the first world, the world that seemed enthroned as the right way, because it was successful, it became rich, it became powerful, that we now may be in a moment of history where everything is at a tipping point and shifting. So structures which we became very accustomed to, power alignments, ways of doing things, ways of negotiating, ways of working out problems, have sort of, their shelf life is over. And everything is in need of rebalancing. This is certainly true in economics. I mean, not only is the US and China economically desperately in need of some rebalancing, but the whole global architecture for the way the world interacts economically needs to be reformulated and rebalanced. So this is a kind of a very disturbing, I think, kind of a moment, because it requires that everybody see things differently. And who's on top, who's on bottom, who's first, who's second, who's third, who's used to being number one, who's used to being ascendant, and who's used to being inferior, superior. All of these things now are going to require a very tectonic and I think difficult period of realignment and adjustment.